Definitely the most difficult action or tasks that we ask of any trained animal is to get natural behaviour on camera. So normally, they get very in tune to rolling action, the set going quiet, and they know they're about to perform. They know there's action, specific things that they need to do. And sometimes in a sequence we need them to blend into a dialogue scene. They need to lie still in the back of shot, for instance, or in the middle of shot. They need to lie still, and there might be several different angles of that one shot. And so we might be there doing it for several hours. And in between shooting, we'll take them out and take them and go and stimulate them and go and have some time out. But when we come back in and we tell them to lie there again, and they're thinking, right, we're going to perform, we're going to do... And we want them to relax and act natural so that they're not staring off at the camera or staring off at the trainer off screen somewhere. So that's probably the hardest thing to get out of trained animals. Well, I think anyone that's ever owned a dog will be able to relate to it for a start. He's out into this crazy world, he's come up to the surface into this crazy world, and the boy becomes his companion and his soulmate, and his bravery helps him find his bravery. And I think it's an incredibly crucial element of the story, to be honest, this good little mate that he can rely on and comes back and is just there through all of it, through thick and thin, yeah. I guess just being a loyal little friend. He gets sent away, and Joel's so offended by him choosing the dress over Joel's safety, and yet he still comes in and saves the day right when Joel needs it most. So I guess then it's his real heroic moment then, yeah. We always share the role. We never just have one animal. It's super important with animals that you can rest them when they need to rest. If they're, they might be better at some things than other things, as well as the other reasons, so that they can share responsibilities. Some are are great with actors and close-up intimate stuff, and some are, are great doing the active stuff that's far and wide. But yeah, both these dogs are pretty versatile little guys, very, very nice little dogs to work with. And but most importantly is that, if they're not up for something, they don't feel like it, or you've had enough takes and you can see that they've really had enough, that you need to be able to stop and go to the other dog. Oh, well, they've never had to bite a frog's tongue before, so I guess that was one of the things we had to work on. And it was a pretty squishy, nasty little thing for them to have to learn to bite to. And we ended up having to cheat it significantly on the day. He had to pull at Joel's trouser pants to pull him away from the berry bush. He'd never had to do that before. The dogs hadn't had to do that before. One thing I do want to mention is Hero in particular, who plays the lead dog, has an incredibly intense relationship with Dylan. And in all of my years doing what we do, it is probably the strongest real-life off-camera bond that we've had with one of our animals and one of the actors that we've been working with. And it's really, actually very moving to watch. I think most people can see it on set when the camera's not rolling. They're always sitting together. Dylan's adorable with the dogs, and the dogs genuinely really like him, but in particular Hero. Can't wait to climb all over him and love him every time we see him. Can you, Hero?